Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is the all-night flea market in Wheaton, Illinois. Let's take a look.
You again.
Where's the sled?
How's it going, man? I was at Elkhorn.
I took Saturday only though.
Man, that thing rained me out. It killed me, and it killed my sleds.
Oh, raining gonna kill the sled.
So I had to cut off the sound for this part of the video because he had some music playing. But this is a friend of mine. He was stationed, he was one of the first vendors at the beginning of the flea market. He's got some really nice stuff. He has some nice signs. A lot of the stuff was in his van. And by the time I made my way through the flea market and I got back, a lot of the stuff was gone. So he's got a good eye, and I do a lot of antique flea markets with him, and he knows the circuit. And that blue mask, for example, that was gone by the time I got back. But at the end of the video, you'll see I'll film him a bit again. And by the way, stay till the end of the video because I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I bought. And I did come back and buy some of his items. So wait till the end of the video and I'll show you what I picked up. So this right here is a boxing ring bell. You hang it upside down and you pull a string. That was the boxing ring bell. He had some nice stuff. The pedal car, the fan. It was a good collection. So there were about 6 to 10 solid antique vendors, and I made sure to get the best footage that I can. It was not a full-on antique flea market. This is the Wheaton all-night market, so there's a lot of carnival stuff, newer stuff there, but I tried to get the best footage. This vendor here is a longtime Chicago native, and we started talking about the late Mayor Harold Washington, who was mayor in Chicago in the mid-'80s.
I met Harold Washington down by Midway Airport for the Orange Line in 1980.
Really?
Yeah, they were asking about the Orange Line, how the construction of the subway. And he came down there with the security and the reporters, and I owned the newsstand right by White Castle there. And I broke through the crowd and said, I think it's a good idea. Bring the Orange Line here.
Yeah.
And they freaked out when I broke through it. But I wanted to shake his hand. Some of my newspapers on the corner, White Castle, right there.
Yeah.
Harold Washington was a cool guy. You gotta get to know him.
Yeah.
I met him for 3 minutes. He shook my hand. I give him that much credit.
That was like the first black mayor of America, right? Any big city.
You got Beetlejuice and Brandon Johnson.
Well, we drove to each other for 3 years.
Half off, guys. Whatever it is, keep the price in half. I've met a lot of people. Met Evel Knievel.
For those of you that grew up in the 80s in Chicago, I mean, who could forget the Bozo Show? This vendor had a lot of cast iron. Here we have a Wagner. He wanted 40 for that, and it wasn't even restored. I mean, this is retail, if not more. He wanted 45 for this guy, and that's above retail. So usually when I see vendors asking for above retail, I think they want me to negotiate it to retail, but I don't go to flea markets to pay retail for unrestored items. Again, here we have a Lodge at 30. That's what and it had pitting in it. I mean, that's what I would sell it restored at a flea market. Here's another one. Yeah, $40 for this Depression era cowboy skillet. And now this one, yeah, I think he wanted, we got $85 on a number 5. I saw them for 60 restored. And this number 9 right here, he wanted, let's see here, I think it was about 120, and it was not restored.
We got chocolates, we got bracelets, we've got battle flag pins.
What years was she in service?
Well, her career during World War II started about mid-1943. The war was over in 45. She was mothballed until 1952, when she was brought back and used in the Atlantic for training and operations there until 1970, when she was then retired. Till 59.
Till 59. Okay. Well,
She was.
how can I help? How much is the book?
The book is 20.
All right, I'll take it.
So you can hear on the loudspeaker that they're telling everybody to fasten their stuff because there's a thunderstorm coming and the wind is picking up.
BSR. How's it going? Securing everything?
Yeah, trying.
I was caught up at Elkhorn. Everything got soaked when I was there. All my cast iron, everything.
I looked at, watched the weather with Kaplan, and he's like, nah, they not once, all the 3 models, not one of them had this storm coming through.
Same thing. I looked in the morning. I said, I don't need a tent. I mean, it was crazy. But at least you got something. All right. Oh, people's stuff is blowing over here. Holy smokes.
So I helped that person pick up their stuff, and then here's what the clouds look like. So it rained for a little bit, and then everyone was back in action.
think about it. That's cool, actually. That's cool. You see the other one?
You have some. You got the best stuff here, man.
It's all fun.
This is all. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
It's always been that way.
Did you have this the last time?
No.
So after it rained, I bought a, you can see right there, a bunch of blue glass fruit jars that my buddy gave me a really good deal for. I'll show you at the end of the video what I bought and what I think it's worth.
You gotta tie your tent down. Look at the mess they got on there. Everything they had, they worked on there all day long. Look at that mess.
I know. It's sad. I'm gonna give you some more. Yeah. I like the square ones. So that's the end of the tour of that flea market. It was smaller than I thought. It was my first time there. And it was supposed to go to 1 a.m. That's why it's called the night flea market. But I ended up staying only a couple hours. And I did not do the night portion of it. But here's some of the stuff that I picked up. And we'll look at first this book. This is a book that the submarine veterans were selling. And they were selling it. This is a story about the Manitowoc Shipping Company, which produced during World War II 28 submarines. And this is a story about that company and the submarines that they produced during World War II. And they were selling this to raise money for the USS Cobia, which is a World War II submarine that is now in Manitowoc. So I had no idea that there was a World War II submarine tour in Manitowoc, or that they had produced World War II submarines. They call them freshwater submarines there. And if you don't know where Manitowoc, Wisconsin is, that's on the Lake Michigan. So that was interesting. And in doing research, I realized that you can actually spend the night in the submarine in the museum if you want. So that's pretty cool. So I picked up that book. I'm going to read it. And then if we get to the antiques, I picked up this ammunition box. This is a newer ammunition box. I picked it up for $5. So I'm gonna keep that. I don't think I'm gonna sell it because I need a big box like that for my valuables and ammunition. And here are the jars that I picked up from my buddy. They're all blue in color. There are a couple square ones here that are clear, but these are mostly ball jars. And he gave me them for $3 a piece. And the crate, and I'll show you. The crate in itself is worth, I would say, about $10, but the jars at $3 a piece, I thought that was a good deal. They usually sell for between $5 and $15 at the flea market. Some of them I haven't seen before, and please let me know in the comments what you think they're worth. I picked out some of the unusual ones. This is an Atlas square fruit jar, jam jar. And here we have a ball with one of the old logos, and it has a no neck on it. Same with this one here. And this is a newer ball, and you can tell it has a neck on it. And then there were quite a few jars. Tight seal here, it has the glass lid. Here's another Dre with the glass lid. This is a bluish color. And here's another Dre square jar. So those are fairly rare. I always pick up stuff that I like, that if I don't sell, I'll use it. And the wife and I are planning on setting up a homestead in the next 5 years. So we'll be using these. If I do sell them for a good deal, for a good price, great. And if I don't, I'll keep them. But those are all the jars, and here are some of the other ones. They're a little bit bigger. And he had also thrown in this bag of glass tops for free. So these in themselves are worth around, I don't know, 50 cents to $1 a piece. So altogether, I think it was like $60 to $70 for the jars. And then this was a donation. This was a book for 20, and that was $5. So, well, everybody, that about does it for this week. I want to thank you again for watching. This weekend, I'll be going up to Milwaukee for a flea market up there, and then we have King County this weekend as well, so I might be doing that. We'll see. We may have a couple more videos. I did promise that I was going to have 2 videos this week. I went to 2 flea markets. One of them was both of them were not what I expected. The first one did have some antique dealers, and that is what I had filmed for you. But the other one was just stolen goods. It was a big flea market, but there were not a whole lot of antiques and a lot of weird stuff and stolen items. And so I decided on the fly, I am not going to film this. I'm not going to hang out here. So I kind of went through real quick and then hightailed it out of there. But anyways, thanks again. Please like and subscribe. And if you haven't figured it out already, I'm a big sled collector. I'm in my garage. These are some of my sleds. We've got a wall there and a wall here. And I've got a lot of sled videos, but stay tuned for the next week for the next antique flea market video. And please like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments. Take care. Bye.